the package open, gotta free it in a hurry.
Hey.
Drop it in a seam, snap a pick and spit a bar flurry. The spinning racks need refill, but I'm really not worried.
Okay.
It's the most beautiful thing in the words of Keith Murray. Dipping out in a low-low and slow-mo tipping.
Woo.
Just one tap and it hops up like pogo sticking. This is not a put together, like Robo Chicken.
Wow.
Still original condition, number match, no parts missing.
Right.
Willowbrook and Alondra pull over right there. At the Made in Compton Store, I can get something to wear. For men, women, and children, all prices fair.
Thank you.
Got fresh top to bottom. And I slid up out of there, hops right back in the low-low looking like new money.
Sure do.
Stare all you want, but can't take none from me. Ain't none bouts this cute, sweet, nor funny.
Nope.
Outside in a low ride, rain, sleet, or sunny.
Cool.
The back window's still empty, ain't earned a plaque yet. Not a renegade rider. Hub City to set. Until next time, one thing you can bet. I'll be on my grind double time, pushing a line extra shine drips wet. And you ain't seen none yet.
That was incredible. Much respect.
Sure.
Welcome back to Bone with Friends. And I'd like to thank everybody in advance for tuning in. Tonight, my special guest is Young Mac. Young Mac, how you feeling?
What's going on with you, man? What's going on? I'm great. What about yourself?
I'm doing good, doing good. Well, I'm going to dive right into these questions. For the people meeting you for the first time, who is Mac and what should they know about you?
Oh yeah. Well, you know, I'm the real little Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist from out of Compton. You know what I'm saying? A creative. I, you know, dibble and dabble probably about everything. And yeah, man. And as far as the rapping go, man, you know, I just get creative, you know, and I also got always feel like I gotta put some substance on, no matter what the topic of the song is about. You know.
Absolutely. So when did you first realize that music was more than just something you enjoyed?
Um, it was about when I was like 16. I was recording with JN, you know, JN, uh, Lil Lee, you know what I'm saying? And just that trifecta of working with y'all just like really inspired me. You know, I always had, you know, music always been with me throughout my childhood and everything. I just, you know, never really took it as nothing serious until I was about, you know, till I was about like 16, 17. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start, you know, pursuing the art.
Man, I like to say rest in peace, J.N., man. Hey, man, dang, you was only 16 when we was doing the mixtapes?
Um, when you had when I was about like no, I was about like 18 around the time we started doing the mixtapes. But remember, you know what I'm saying, like around the time you was coming to JN studio and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, before we actually start really working. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that, you know what I'm saying, it was around them years, like, you know, I met, you know, I was working with JN and met Lil Lee, and then I'm like, you know, finally got to, like, you know what I'm saying, get in the same room as you, because you was like already a superstar throughout the neighborhood, man. You know what
Oh, man, you so auspicious.
I'm saying? Yeah, you know, like, no, for real, on some real shit, man. I tell niggas all the time when they talk about Nipsey, I said Nipsey is and they say, you know, a lot of cats be like, it ain't gonna never be another Nipsey. And I said, you know, I said what he was built, what he did was built up throughout the city. There was a lot of niggas who, you know what I'm saying, hustled through the streets and then took it to the music, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, actually took it more serious than just something having something up out of the trunk. And I'm like, man, like Bone is one a testament to that type of story. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got a couple other cats that was even around in this area that was, you know, like at the Ace, like Ace, and, you know, cats like that. And like I was just saying, like Nipsey was just the you know what I'm saying, the catalyst for that struggle with LA and you know what I'm saying, our music scene as far as like the underground.
Yeah. So when did you really realize that you was talented? Because when I met you, man, I say this young dude is off the charts.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about like 16, you know what I'm saying, 16, 17. I was like, you know what I'm saying, like man, I really need to pursue it because it was like around that time I was just writing rhymes and you know, just here and there, you know, and then I, you know, like a couple people was hearing me, they like, man, you need to take this serious, man. You need to go and take this serious. That was that was
Man, I'm
way
gonna have
back.
to dig that song Free Up that we did.
Oh
Man, you
yeah.
murdered that track.
Oh yeah, man. And it's crazy, man, because I was thinking about that song just not too long ago. My little brother was telling me, he like, man, them songs you was doing with Bone, they was hard too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, yeah. And that was one of the songs that came to mind was that free.
Man, you murdered that track, man. For real.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Hey, so who was some of the artists that inspired you when you was growing up? Because I see your styles is like way clever. I mean, I could tell it was the lyricists that inspired you.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm really like just a hip hop baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like growing up, it was like everybody. You know how moms was. You know what I'm saying? And we had damn near everybody up in there. You know, like when people be, you know, saying that, oh man, artists be, you know, not sounding like they, you know, where they from is like, man, because a lot of times, you know, you got a lot of dudes that grew up listening to shit from down south, man, that's from California, or people from down south who, and especially my generation, we was just hip hop babies, man. We just grew up on whatever, you know what I'm saying, on whatever was dope. You know what I'm saying? Not just no regional shit. So it was just like everybody, but the main ones that I could say is my favorite. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just been my favorites of across time. My all time favorite is Juvenile. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got Lupe Fiasco in there. You know, I got who else I got up in there, man? You know, Outkast and uh Cube. You know what I'm saying? Cube is one of my favorites too. And Nas, I gonna say Nas, you know, Pac, you know, them right there. That right there. I could go on and on, but that right there.
Hey, so how has growing up in Compton influenced the way you see the world and how you express yourself through music?
uh, um, I don't I don't underestimate no place. You know, that's one thing about growing up in Compton that made me like, you know, because Compton is really originally a suburb, you know what I'm saying? We got nice houses, we got nice shit over here, we got nice things, but you know, it looks nice, but you'll fuck around and get fucked up in a nice part. So, you know, with
Hmm.
that, it, you know what I'm saying? It, you know, it let me know not to underestimate nowhere. Don't, you know, don't think nowhere is sweet. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Compton made me see the world like, you know, uh, and how it influenced my music. Um, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's been it's just like you know, like when I get inspiration from the city, it's rare that it's just like you know what I'm saying, like the inspiration from the city, you know, because I don't allow what's around me to dictate, you know what I'm saying, what the rhymes is gonna be, you know what I'm saying, as far as like you know the killing and all that type of thing, you know what I'm saying. I try to figure out a way to go a little deeper, you know what I'm saying. So, but the city influenced my music like a whole lot, really. I ain't gonna lie. The city influenced the music a whole lot, because there was a lot of talent out here, a lot of competition in the city. So, you know what I'm saying? It influenced me and pushed me and inspired me a lot.
Okay, that leads to a good segue to this question. What do you think
hmm
separates you from other young artists coming up out of Compton?
Um, and not to feel like nobody feels like they have something to say, but I just feel like I have something to say. I just feel like I got substance. And um, as far as like putting putting together a good verse, or what I'm saying, a good art piece. I feel like nobody can do it like me. None of them is fucking with me as far as that goes. But my whole thing when I first started rapping wasn't I want to be the nigga with all the money and all the girls. You know what I'm saying? It was like I feel it was because I have something to say.
Okay, we're gonna go to our first commercial break and we'll be back with some more questions.
Yes sir, yes sir.
Did you
Good.
ask though? Did you? Did you ask about the 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. the secret deal? Oh, don't be moving too fast though. Walk right in like you already know. Walk in chill like what's the deal? They might smile like it's real. Oh, it's real. No live signs, no big display. But the ones who ask get blessed that day. Try and save while you look fly too. Whole outfit got a vibe brand new. Don't be shy. Just ask one time. You might walk out feeling extra fine. Friend restless. Wait, you didn't ask? Did you ask though? Don't miss out. 2 p.m., 5 p.m. flow. Every day made it Compton Store. Now you know.
Hey, so young Malcolm, when you write a song, what do you usually to be thinking about, and like, how do you stack it with your experiences and your imagination?
Lately, uh I be I write the titles out before I even write a song. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it just be like, all right, the title of an album. You know what I'm saying? And then I got the bullet points, and then sometimes I let the beat determine it, or what I'm saying. But it's still gonna be a cohesive piece of work. But that's how I like to really cultivate it. Is just like write it out first, and then let the spirit just reveal what I need to say as far as like these bullet points or the album title.
I know you've been doing a lot of new music lately, but if you could say one song that you created that really tells people who Mac is, what song would that be?
Ooh, dang, it is crazy because I remember this question and I had an answer, but now it's just like I drew a whole blank, bro. But um, um, man, and it's crazy because I got some joints like that with you that just like what I'm saying, that's kind of like defining, you know what I'm saying, But throughout my time, it's like, man, this, I didn't have songs that's like this defines me. But I'm gonna go with my joint on To the Immortals of the Set called Prisoner Print.
Okay, I'm gonna have to have you back on Between the Tracks on a Monday, and we're gonna have to play these songs. We can't just leave the viewers out in the dark
Oh
and be just throwing names out. So we're gonna
yeah.
play these songs on Between the Tracks Monday. We'll let the viewers know what day you're gonna be on, and then we're gonna connect it like that.
Yes, yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks, yeah.
Hey, so shifting gears, what was your relationship like with your moms? And what's one thing that she taught you that you'll never forget?
Oh man, it's crazy because today I had a moment about moms. Um, my relationship with my mom. you know, we was close, but you know, I had my granny there, and my granny just, you know, bogarted her from me, you know. But like before she you know, mom's passed not too long ago. But before she passed, we got even closer. You know what I'm saying? So I say my relationship with my mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's one of my best friends.
Man, condolences to moms, man. Her and your uncle was like the first two people I met when I first went to school, when I went to preschool.
Sir, sir,
So yeah, man, condolences to moms, man. She's gonna be missed dearly.
appreciate that.
So since losing your mom, have music given you a way to express your emotions when times get difficult and like put hard, difficult things in the regular conversation?
It's so crazy, Bone, because you know you know, I'm so much of like try to be like an intellectual when it comes to the music that I haven't even really, you know, let it out on the track. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know, I made some songs. You know what I'm saying? And was being creative and just, you know, using my creative energy, but I have not channeled them emotions into a song yet since losing my mom.
Man.
You know, like you know, sometimes I've been running away from it. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you.
We're gonna go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Who plays the best music? We do. That's we are live 105.5 mobile radio 24/365. One big party.
So when you're having a difficult day, what helps you keep moving forward?
Uh, uh, Lately it's been a good exercise. You know, I've been taking the exercise. You know, smoking my little weed, doing some reading. You know, that'll help me out. Because I feel like exercise is the only place where, you know what I'm saying, I feel like, you know, my body, mind, and soul is aligned. One of the few places.
So did mom ever give you any good critiques on your music?
Yeah, me and Lee had made we had made an album that ain't came out yet, but we had made a tape and I played it for her and she loved the whole tape because it was, you know, it was actually made. The crazy thing was is that's the time I made something for her. It was when she was alive. I made it for her because a lot of the songs, you know, we went back, you know, to the old West Coast, and you know, went back in the crates over there. So a lot of them songs, you know, is near and dear. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the West Coast classics, you know, the Let Me Rise, you know, the what's that, you know, that nothing but a G thing. You know, we was flipping that, and so I went and played her a lot of them tracks, and she loved me.
Oh man, that's cool. That's the best. So what did your music say about like the years that you did when you know you're looking back at your journey?
Um,
Or what do you hope your music say about the years from now after you look back at your journey?
I say growth. You know, it's a like a growth and um identity. You know what I'm saying? Like he's grew and he know who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think it's.
Man, you say Lupe Fiasco. Look, now I can hear it now that you said it.
You see, it just a little. I put a little twist on it. It's like, it's like, man, I couldn't escape all the shit that I grew up listening to. Man, I can't escape that. I'm inspired and influenced, and my life is that. You know what I'm saying? But like Lupe make you look at them experience in a different light.
Nice. Hey, a lot of talented people have struggled with their confidence. Would you tell somebody you afraid to share your gifts?
No, yeah, no, I ain't. I I haven't been like a shy person my whole career. You know what I'm saying? Like it's once I said once I said I'm gonna do this, it's like all right now. I was like you gotta put that shy shit aside, nigga. Let that shit out. So yeah, I ain't never really had no problem being like, oh man, let me go and bust this flow.
What's the biggest challenge you faced as a young artist, and how did you work through it?
Uh, whew, yeah, what can I say? Well, uh, probably catching the case. Probably catching the case, or
You caught a
that was
case recently, Mac?
yeah, I caught a case. I caught a case not too long ago. But yeah, that was
You don't have to share the details if you don't want to.
yeah, yeah. It. Yeah, it, it's something it's something I'm not really too proud of. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing that's like out of pocket or nothing like that. But yeah, man. What I
Okay.
I went.
Oh, go ahead.
I said yeah, I went down for the pimping and pandering and shit that they've been having
Oh, okay.
shit. But that shit over and done with now. On the probation for a hot second, just for a quick minute. And I'm back strong. Even though I could still do my thing and maneuver, but it's just like I got that jacket on.
Uh, all right, we're gonna go to another quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with some more questions.
Uh,
Hey, so Mike, I gotta ask you, if you could collaborate with any artist, past or present, who would it be and why?
oh, past or present? Just one? You heard me, vote?
Yeah, yeah, just
Just one?
one.
Damn. Whew. Now you got me thinking. I ain't gonna lie. I would love to see how it'll be to collab with Michael Jackson.
You said with who?
With Michael Jackson.
Oh
What type
man.
what type of shit would I come up with if I was under that type of pressure to do a song with Michael
Hey man, you came with one. Mike was the farthest from my mind, but you came
Jackson?
with one. That'd be a crazy collabo.
Hero, or everything, man. Mike, I ain't gonna lie to you, like Mike is like the first uh superhero. You know what I'm saying? As far as music go, like one of the niggas that's like he just unbeatable. You know, as far as music goes. So it's just like if I could have one artist to work with, whether past or present, Michael Jackson. Hands down. Ain't
Okay, this is a
nobody.
good one coming after that one.
Okay, okay.
What does success mean to Mac? Is it money? Is it fame? Is it helping your family? Is it making an impact, or is it something else?
Uh, Becoming my best self. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually, mentally, emotionally. You know what I'm saying? And I can't really determine what that is. You know what I'm saying? But I know if I get those right, money and fame ain't gonna be an option. Money and fame ain't gonna be an
Well said. Look, what do people want to feel when they hear your music? Or what do you want people to feel when they hear your music?
option. I want them to feel joy, but I also want them to be. Uh, I want it to be also provocative as far as thinking goes. I want to bring joy and provoke thought.
Quality. If your mom could hear you talking about your music and your future today, what do you think she would say, or what do you think she would want you to be remembered by?
Um, she'll want me to be remembered about you know my uh my substance, what I'm talking about. You know, she'll want me to be remembered for that. I'm always talking about something with some substance.
Before I let you go, what dream you chasing right now? And what can everyone do listening to support you on that journey?
But right now, I'm still on the music dream, man. Still trying to hit it big with the music. And what the people can do now to assist me on that journey is follow me at the Real Lil Malcolm. You know, I got music, links on there. They could go up there, listen to my music. And I've also got physical copies of the latest and greatest. You know what I'm saying, that I'm pushing right now, which is a joint album with one of my partners, Touch Green. It's called POP. You know, and yeah, man, just hit me up. Go hit up that music. Hit me up for the music, and I also got merch too.
All right, we're going to go one more commercial break before I hit them with that Bible verse and that final story.
Okay, sure.
Let's go. Yeah. Go.
On the go, when the go, 6-4. Sitting real, on not cut yet, though. Just hit the toe, and fresh beer from the made in Compton Store. On the go, when the go, 6-4. Sitting real, on not cut yet, though. Just hit the toe, and fresh beer from the made in Compton Store. On the go, when the go, 6-4.
Shout out Herb Tech.
DM him for your own custom video. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Proverbs 31st chapter, 28th verse. A mother's love. A young man once looked back on his childhood and realized something had been taken for granted. His mother had been there through every chapter of his life. She celebrated his victories, encouraged him through his struggles, reminded him one difficult day was not to define the entire story. When he grew older, he began to understand that the little things she did were actually big things. her prayers, her sacrifices, her advice, and simply being where she was when he needed her. One day he told her, "Mom, I may not say it enough, but I appreciate everything you've done for me." She smiled and said, "That's all I ever wanted, to know you understood." Sometimes we don't realize how valuable a mother love is until they stop or until they stop being around to give it to us. Honor your mother, appreciate her, and never underestimate the power of a mother's love and a mother's prayers. I'd like to say thanks, Mac, for being on the show, and tell them how they can reach you on your social media
Yeah,
so they can support your movement.
yes, you can find me on any streaming platform or any social media under the real Lil Malcolm. And yeah, just hit me up and let me and support me. And Bone, I just wanted to tell you thank you, bro. But you know what I'm saying, for everything, man. You know what I'm saying. You really what I'm saying, did a lot for me along the way. You know what I'm saying, as far as music goes, or what I'm saying, even game. You know what I'm saying, and a whole bunch of shit that just what I'm saying, was just valuable to a young man out here, trying to find himself. You know what I'm saying. And I appreciate you, bro.
Man, I view you as a brother, man. You more than a friend. And when I met you and I found out you was 20 years younger than me and you sharp as you was, I was like, yeah, man, I got to take him under my wing because this is one of the ones.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
But yeah, man, it's always an honor and a pleasure. But I'm going to have to invite you back to Between the Tracks so we can play some of them songs for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man, it sounds like Donkey Kong. You already know.
Okay, so I'm going to set up a date probably like about a week out and then give us time to promote it. That way the people listening can tune back in and they can come back.
Okay, for sure, for sure. Just let me know. I'm gonna clear
All
my
right,
day. All right, yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna clear
Man,
my.
thanks again for finding some time to being on the show.
You already know. You already know.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in to Bone with Friends, and we about to sign out. Tune in tomorrow night for Between the Tracks on the same channel, MICPT Channel 12 Compton on YouTube. Peace.